JD talking sports. What a day it was yesterday. You had Joel Embiid set a record for the Philadelphia 76ers. He had a career high 59 through 3. He gets 70 points. He breaks Wilt Chamberlain, the Wilt to Stilts record of 68. Last night they get the win over Wemby and the Spurs. And then you had Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. He had 44 at the half, which was the most points since the play-by-play era, which started in 96, 97, which I didn't know anything about. And I was like, all right, well, that's kind of cool, that we have this stuff. And I was like, all right, that's coolio. And and then they take him out at the end. They're up. They start blowing the lead. And lo and behold, they lose to the Hornets, who today traded Terry Rozier to the Heat, who basically has to make the second round of the playoffs and play in 70 games. Well, I got to check that out. So he's got to play at least 70 games. So I was looking at Terry Rozier's stats, and he has to play at least 70 games in the last couple seasons. They haven't made the playoffs, so that's not happening. But they are. Yeah, he has played this year at least 30. He played 22 last year, 63. So if he plays 70 this year, they make the playoffs. His contract in 2 years is guaranteed. And he's making, this season, he's making over 23. Next year, over 24. And then 25, 26 would be guaranteed for over $26 million. Hey, listen, the guy is averaging this year 23 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. They need some scoring punch. They got rid of Kyle Lowry's expiring contract, which is never a bad thing. And boom, bam, bam, they are. Nick's got to look over the shoulder. Hardenstein is out tonight. Well, questionable. Achilles. I'm not going to get into the medical terms because I'm not good at that. And I really wanted to start off today's show with an origin story for Angel, because I talked to Angel the other day, and he went last night. The Devils came back and beat the Vegas, it's not Las Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights, 6-5 in overtime. And yeah, he said he was a fan. And I go, dude, they've only been around for 7-8 years. So he tells me, wasn't a hockey fan at all. My buddy and I went to Vegas. He ran into some college friends. He disappeared on a 2-day bender. I didn't have anything to do. Asked the bartender what there was to do besides gamble. She said, go see the new hockey team. It's November 2017. He says, I get a $30 ticket to see a game, and the show they put on was incredible. They were brand new, and the atmosphere was so dope. Stuck with me ever since. They became a franchise. I became a hockey fan. Yeah, and at the time, they had like 10 wins, and it didn't feel like I was front-running. Well, they were already franchised, but you know what he means. And he went last night, and now he's a Vegas fan. So I was like, I was gonna rip into him, and then he tells the origin story, and I said, Angel, that's a great origin story, and I have to lead the show. I got a little distracted because, listen, a lot of things are happening right now. I had a great talk. Yankees recap is coming on a future show. He's coming on. Bills Mafia had enough of Gabe Davis. Oh, they were screaming at Gabe Davis. Safe to say Bills Mafia is done with Gabe Davis. Wow. Yeah, wow. I mean, this fan base is, wow, they're brutal. Wow, let's watch that again. Yeah, I would say he's kind of upset. Yeah, I mean, listen, now Hal sent me something that, that Tyler Bass had to get rid of all of his social media. And when Mahomes at the end of the game went up to a kid, they were throwing, it wasn't so, that was ice, which I don't like any fan base doing. And, you lost to the better, and he's ducking and everything. That's assholes. That's, be a little, no, that's not, Mahomes is playing a football game. This isn't life or death. And I know you're upset. And I talked to Joshua last night, and he used a term for something, and I was like, dude, really? Is it that bad? I mean, you lost the game. It's not, and I was like, dude, you can't, you can be upset and everything, and you've lost 3 times the playoffs now to KC, and the last series, Diggs was open on an underneath, on a cross route. You could have got it to him. You kept going for the end zone. They said his arm got hit. Joshua said that Dawkins got knocked into him, and on that play, and that's why the ball was underthrown, but he kept going for the end zone. Bass misses a 44-yard field goal, wide right, like Norwood was wide right. Got to make that field goal. That's what you're getting paid for, to make the field goal. And Harris sent me an ESPN clip where a guy puts a literal fan next to the TV, And when he kicks the ball, the fan is on, and they're going crazy because like the fan is sending air through the TV, which is sending the ball wide right, which I thought was hilarious. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. Oh wait, yeah, I don't know why. I'm not getting. That's very interesting. I'm not. I know Josh is on, but Josh, it's very interesting. It's not working the way. I am not getting any. I can't see anything you're writing. So if you have something to say to me, Josh, I think you're on today. Text me because I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but it's not working the way it usually works. So I apologize for that ahead. Hey, RK, I belated happy birthday. I can't believe I missed that. I'm really upset that I did. And Aaron says, I'll catch you on the podcast after work, my friend. Yeah, there it is. Yes. And I can't see anything you're writing me, which is usually not the case with this. I don't know what's going on there. It's not working. I mean, it's working the recording, but I can't see anything you're writing me, which really is quite annoying. Yes, it's not good at all. Unless you start typing on here. If you type something to me, it's not showing up. It's saying you're live. Let me see. Yeah, it's not letting me. Yeah, modern technology. I'm actually talking to a guy at 1:00 today who wants to help me get my podcast more out there. And there's a thing called StreamYard, which I might go on because this is getting annoying. Every time I have to set all these things up to do a live show, which drives me nuts. Okay, so Yankees recap. I've been talking to him for a while. He's been on the show. Good kid, great kid. Not a good kid, phenomenal kid. Love him. Great kid. We got a little bit of a Yankees recaps. He's on Instagram. And we were going back and forth about the Yankees. He says I'm a pessimist. Where he said, I said, are you happy with the lineup? I said, no, Soto hit in second. Honestly, as long as we're healthy, I don't care who's hitting, he said to me. I said, 78-84. He goes, I hope you're joking. No, I said, no pitching. Oh, yeah, all right, you got Stroman. He's good for about 7, 8, 9 wins. And they're sucking this year. He goes, 95 wins minimum. 82-80 last year, folks. Plenty of pitching. I said, bullshit. No fucking way, I said. He said, you're such a pessimist. I said, no pitching going to haunt them. He really won't. He says, if you look at the best teams in the Yankee and the teams who have won the World Series, they have great offenses and meh pitching. But when you get to the playoffs, you can't have meh pitching. You can't out-hit the other teams. You're going to need pitching in the playoffs. I said 80 and 82. He said anything under 85 is ridiculous to say. I said, really? They were 82 and 80 last year. You're saying 95. You say 95 is ridiculous, I said to me. Division a lot better. Orioles are young. They went to the playoffs last year. They're going to be pissed that they got knocked down in the first round. Blue Jays, always competitive. Sox, whatever. Everybody's better. You got Texas won a World Series. Houston's going to be strong. The Central, I don't know about. But every team should be getting better this year. And, I mean, Yanks can't hold a jock, I said. You can't be serious. He said 82 and 80 with every person having a down year. Terrible injury luck. Yankees recap said the team got better. I said, Soto? Who else? Pitching still an issue. Stroman is what? Yeah, that's when I was like, Stroman has never won. Marcus Stroman has never even won. Let me see right here. Marcus Stroman has never won. Went 10 and 9 last year. Okay, let's look up those stats. Here we go. The most wins he's ever had in a season are, let's go through this. He won 11 games for Toronto, 13 in 2017. That's the most, 13 in 2017. Since then, he's won 10, 3 times he's won 10 games. And in the other 3 years, he's won a total of 16. I'm not sold on him. And you're expecting Rodon to come back and be this pitcher where he can't stay healthy. And the only guy you can count on is Cole. And Cortez. He says Verdugo. What has Verdugo done? What's he going to hit? 45 home runs? Guy's lucky to hit 15, 20 home runs in a season. Grisham can't hit, can play field. Okay, it's not. Stroman, that's it. More relief pitching on the way. Pitching was never an issue. It wasn't? How come they went 82 and 80 last season? And he said, let's debate on the podcast. It'll make good banter. Yeah, I said, come on. I said, so he wanted to come on tomorrow night, but Michigan comes home. I can't do it when Michigan's not home, so I can't. But I thought that was great. I wanted to get that into the show.